Welcome to Community Forum. This is Nara Venditti. I am your host. Our topic today is Western Connecticut Chinese Association, which is also pronounced as WCCA. To discuss this very interesting topic, we have invited to the studio Dr. Yulin Ma and Dr. Professor Tuo Hong Pan. Yulin is the president of the association. He also works as a performance analyst at Fuel Cell Energy, which is a local Danbury high-tech company. And Dr. Pan works as a professor at the Social Sciences Department, and he teaches economics at Western Connecticut State University. Well, we'll start with Yulin. Yulin, could you tell us about this association? Could you just describe what's the purpose, what's the mission statement, and any information which you could share with us would be great.
Okay, yeah, I'm very glad to do this. WCCA started about in 1989. At the beginning, there are only 10 families, about 10 families. They want to celebrate Chinese New Year together. Mm-hmm. So they come together, and later on there are more and more people coming, and so the organization was founded. Right now there are about 400 families registered in this organization. Mm-hmm. And the organization is a non-profit, non-political organization, and the objective of this organization is just for enhance the Chinese heritage and to do some contribution to the multicultural mix in local Danbury area.
I see, I see. So it was established in '89, just 10 families got together, and then it worked out so well that you decided to register the association and put together some formal mission statement. I understand that the goal is to preserve Chinese heritage.
Yes.
And at the same time, you know, to tell the world around us what this heritage and this culture is about. Yeah. So that community is aware about it. Okay. Mm-hmm.
To help people learn more Chinese culture and communicate with Chinese people.
Okay, so how many members, and I see this is your membership directory.
Right.
How many families are registered or members?
Yeah, as I said, it's about 400 families registered here. Yeah.
So 400 families on the average, maybe 1,200 people?
About, I'll say
something
that.
Like that. If we
1,000 people, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. 12. That's quite a, you know, quite a good number. What kind of activities do you organize within association?
Every year now we have very regular activities. We have 3 key events. Mm-hmm. One is the Chinese New Year, mm-hmm. and the second one we call Duanwu Festival. And the third one is a Mid-Autumn Festival. Okay,
when the event number 1 usually takes place, it's Chinese New Year?
Yeah, it's Chinese New Year. Actually, we're using lunar calendar. Mm-hmm. So this New Year normally occurred end of January and beginning of February.
Beginning of February. Yeah. I remember once I was lucky to go to Australia, and that was exactly at this time of year. Yeah. And in Sydney, there were a lot of Chinese people there, and I was told that because of the Chinese New Year, people are on vacation. Yeah. And I was lucky actually to try a real Chinese New Year food, because hotel, especially for the Chinese guests, they had, and that's the first time in my life I tried the Chinese dessert, which looked very different. Yeah. And there was all sorts of decorations. So this is how I learned about Chinese Year. And you said that the second event is Duanwu Festival?
Yeah, we call it Duanwu Festival.
Yeah, and I was lucky to kind of be part of it this year. Could you tell more about that?
The Duanwu Festival is origin maybe 2,000 years ago.
Oh, wow.
There is lots of legends about this, the origins of this festival. But one popular legend is about one patriotic poet. He was officer of one government, and he warned the emperor about the increasingly corrupt government.
Okay.
But finally,
and that was
he failed.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah, 2,000 years
corruption
ago.
wasn't placed in that.
It's always, yeah. So there's new country start and old country, destroyed. Anyway, and finally he failed, and he took action of desperate protest, and he threw himself into the river and got drowned.
Okay.
But people remember in memory of him, and so they throw the rice dumpling covered by
bamboo.
Bamboo reed leaves. They threw it into the river so that they think the fish will eat the rice dumpling, don't eat his body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to protect him. Also, people ride the boat on the river to look for his body. So that becoming one game. We call it dragon boat race right now.
Professor Pan, what's a dragon? What does dragon mean in Chinese culture or in this particular holiday? Does it mean something special?
Dragon usually in Chinese culture means it's a very noble symbol, and symbolize emperor.
The power.
The power. Yeah. And it's a very, very respected
image.
Yes.
Yeah. I see a lot of images, and that's what I thought. It's kind of sign of something with power and importance.
Yeah.
So, holiday number 1, Chinese New Year. Holiday number 2, I mean major holidays, I would imagine there are more than that, is Duanwu holiday, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the 5th day of 5th month.
Right, that's correct.
by lunar calendar, which is a little bit different. A little bit different from our Western calendar. What about in the holiday number 3?
Number 3, we call a Mid-Autumn Festival. Yeah, in this festival, normally at that day the moon is bright and round. Round to a Chinese family means a family reunion. So normally the daughter and the son bring their family to their parents, and the whole family.
So the family gets together, just like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but actually we have also traditional Chinese food for that day. We call it moon cake.
Moon cake. Is it sweet?
It's sweet, and they put some sugar or other stuff. It depends the
So
area.
it is round because it's a full
It's
moon.
round, yeah. It's like a moon.
Is there anything else special that you have for dinner on that day?
Basically, it's just a moon cake. Moon cake.
That's what's important, to have a moon cake.
But they also have some food and
other kind of foods.
good food, and the people.
Holidays in China always involves food. Always a lot of foods.
Well, that's what it is.
Yes.
We're humans. Our activities are always revolve around the food. It's just so different in different cultures.
Yeah, it seems Chinese people more love food.
Everybody does. I mean, and we like Chinese food too, so we know what it's like. So, at least 3 times a year, the association members get together.
Yeah.
You issue this directory.
Yeah, we publish this directory every year and update the new information and contact information, and include new members inside.
Yeah. How people find out about your organization?
We also have a website, and also if I have new Chinese people coming in, we will, there are everywhere we have Chinese people, so we will introduce him to the organization.
Okay, so basically if somebody new comes in, even Chinese or non-Chinese, somebody is interested in Chinese culture, they can just type into Google Chinese organization, and it should pop up. I did check out your website, And it was amazing because, of course, I didn't understand almost anything.
Yeah, we tried.
The numbers were in Western numbers. Are Chinese numbers the same, like phone number, when you write in Chinese, or it's also a character?
Yeah, nowadays we all use Arabic numbers, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. We all know that.
Okay.
But the Chinese has their own traditional way of writing numbers, which is totally different from.
Well, at least that helped me. I could
numbers.
understand the numbers, the phone number,
Yes.
but it was kind of mesmerizing to look at the characters.
Yes.
And I understand there are about 3,000 or 4,000 characters in Chinese language.
Yeah,
Probably more than that.
More than that,
But,
maybe most frequently used.
right.
But most
Frequently used up.
frequent use may not be that many.
Not even not
yeah,
that
probably
many.
1,000.
3,000, yeah.
So what does a character signify? Does it signify a word or a part of a word?
It depends. One word signify one meaning, independent word, but some word composed of more than two words.
And I know that the way, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way the word sounds may make it lucky or unlucky. For example, clock or watch, right? How do you say that in Chinese?
Yeah, clock is like a zong. Pronounces as zong. In China, zong has different meanings. One meaning is zong clock. Another meaning is end.
And?
So so in some holidays or other like a birthday, so when people give gifts to the friends and relatives, they don't want to give clock because it means song. Song means I'll send you to
bad luck, yeah.
To the end.
To the end, yeah. That's what I heard, and it's
very unlucky.
It's a wrong gift to give if you want to build a relationship. That's what I learned. And here in America, good clock is a very good wedding gift. But if you go to Chinese wedding, so beware not to give that gift.
That's
And the same, I think the word umbrella has a kind of negative connotation. It's not.
Yeah, it's just separate.
Separate.
Yeah, the same pronunciation. Umbrella in Chinese is sun, sun, but it's similar to sun. Sun is a separation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So words and sounds are very important in Chinese.
Yes.
Right.
So
Actually, in some special like Chinese New Year, some song is forbidden in the family, like shoes. Is a 鞋. 鞋 is another word. Is another meaning is not good. Is yeah.
So you wouldn't even pronounce.
Yeah, we don't pronounce that. If you pronounce that in old time, my parents will maybe punish me. So you say a wrong word.
So how do you know
in
it's
the
true
good
or
day.
not true? How do you do that?
Maybe you just don't mention that.
You don't mention.
Yeah, don't pronounce
You know
that
the
word. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How culture treats different words in different times. So, well, we're talking about language, and I know one of the great achievements that your organization have done there. You have established a school, and correct me if I'm wrong. It's Chinese language school, Huaxia Chinese school, and Huaxia means. If I loosely translate, you can translate it as heritage, but it also denotes one of the oldest Chinese dynasties, right?
That's the oldest.
Yeah.
Xia is the oldest dynasty.
Yeah. So, but I loosely translate it as heritage because what is the purpose of the school? Could you talk about that, Dr. Pan?
Okay. Yeah, Huaxia Chinese School is established to teach Chinese language, Chinese culture, and to the people in the greater Danbury area, and try to also serve as a culture center and bridge the different community, Chinese community and other American and other ethnic groups in this local area, and try to do that.
Well, as far as I know, and I don't know only a few words in Chinese, and I probably mispronounce them too, but Chinese language is extremely difficult to learn. And vice versa, if a Chinese person tries to learn a Western language, it's much more difficult than for somebody, say, from Europe to learn European language, or from Latin America, for example, and approximately 5-6 times it takes longer under equal conditions to learn Chinese to non-Chinese and vice versa. What do you think? You know, kids who grew up here and maybe they don't speak Chinese at home, some of them don't, although they are of Chinese heritage, or maybe even adopted kids. You know, I know some parents bring their adopted kids from China to learn the language. What methods are used and how you work around that?
Yeah, speaking of the language difficulties, it reminds me of one of the jokes my graduate classmate when I was in graduate school. One of my classmates from Greece, and he said in America, when people don't understand each other, they say, "Are you talking Greek?" Right? So that means Greek is very difficult. And he said to me that in Greece, when people don't understand each other, they say, "Are you talking Chinese?" So that means, oh, well, Chinese is more difficult than
it's so interesting.
Greek. And that's very difficult because it's, I guess, to foreigners, Westerners, and it's a totally different kind of language system. So it's probably difficult.
It's difficult, yeah.
But for the kids, when they, growing up, and the kids have the potential to learn with the language, potential that they can, absorb all different kind of language if they get a chance to expose to all those opportunities.
Yeah.
So, and when kids start early, and it shouldn't be too difficult, but it's difficult for adults, but maybe not that difficult for the kids. So, and for Chinese, Huaxia Chinese school, and the kids usually start the first grade or kindergarten, start from grade 5 years old. They start from that. So 5, 6, so kindergarten. Then we have grade 1, 2, 3, up to this coming semester is going to be grade 7. And we also have 2 CSL classes, Chinese as second language, and 1 adult CSL class for some of the adults who are really interested. But they're what they learn is totally a little bit different from what the kids learn. So that's the different levels.
So does it involve both writing and
yes,
oral and reading? And
yeah, they start from the pinyin. That's the Chinese way of showing how you pronounce the Chinese characters. And so start with the pinyin, and then they know how to pronounce Chinese characters. Then they start to write the Chinese characters and read and write. And that's all, basically, all they have to know.
And just talking about, I remembered another saying we have in Russia, where I am from originally. I'm not Russian, but I'm from the Soviet Union. We always said, this is, but we talked about writing. This is so difficult as Chinese writing. So Chinese are known for difficulty of their language and writing the way it is, because it looks so different for...
Actually, I think it's not that difficult. Recently, I just teach my daughter, she is 5 years old, how to write a Chinese word. And I think she pick up very quickly, as long as you teach her in right way, from simple to
more complicated.
Yeah, complicated.
Yeah.
And also the children, the kids, they have really good potential to learn Chinese, to learn language.
Learn anything.
Anything, yeah. They don't understand that, but they can remember that, and they can repeat that.
Well, I read the other day in the Wall Street Journal that many American business executives try to make their kids to learn Chinese because the notion is that Chinese language will become very important in the 21st century. And there is a book which is called The American Century. And the author says that 19th century was a British century because of the colonies and everything. 20th is the American century because, what America did for the world and all the developments. And Chinese cast a long shadow on the 21st century. So the 21st century is starting. So let's see what happens. But there are some signs of that. So Chinese language and culture is very important to understand for overall. And in that context, I wanted to ask you, how do you think, what is the role of your association in the Danbury community? It's so multicultural. So what input you could offer?
Yeah, for example, like what we just discussed. We have traditional key events for celebrating Chinese tradition. So we welcome all the people from other community and other culture groups come and join us to enjoy the Chinese culture and to learn more about Chinese culture. Also, we want to do some, the work, like volunteer work, to share our culture with other people. Yeah, so we are looking for this opportunity.
For those opportunities. Maybe somebody hears about this and contacts you.
Yeah,
How? So they can go on online and...
either go online, mywcca.com.
WCCA.com.
Yes, mywcca.com.
Okay.
Sorry, mywcca.org.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
But if you go to Google, just search for Chinese Association, Danbury, Connecticut.
It will come up.
It will come up.
And good luck to read what's there. Probably it would be a good idea to add more English text.
Yes, we are working on that.
Yeah, just to feature more so it was more accessible.
Just
because it's very intriguing to see the science, but if you don't understand them, it's difficult to go further.
I think the straightforward to access Chinese culture, maybe to go to Chinese language school.
Where is it located? And
first of all, Huaxia Chinese School actually is separate from WC.
Okay.
So the website is also different from there. And if you want, if anybody interested in Chinese language and learning, and then want to register, and they can go to www.hxct.org.
Okay.
So that's the website of Huaxia Chinese School, and they can find all the information about registration. And the school starts September 8th.
September 8th.
And the registration already started. Yeah. And you were asking, sorry.
That's all right, that's all right. It's very important information to get in. And I know because the spelling could be different. If you can't find odds and ends, you can always email at nara@succeedinamerica.com, and I'll forward that information.
Yeah, you sure are a good bridge for multicultural.
To, Dr. Mao or Dr. Pan. I see these wonderful objects on our table, and could we just go over and you explain what it's all about? And if you don't mind, I'd like to start with this one, because
this is a Chinese handwriting. In Chinese, it's nian. So actually in English, meaning year. So at the New Year, we put this is 过新年. So it's like passing the New Year.
New Year. So this means New Year or year?
Year.
Year.
Nian.
And now we're in the year of pig, right? This year.
This year is year of pig. And the next year is a year of rat.
Of rat or a mouse.
Mouse.
So if you have a mouse, little mouse in your house, it'll bring you luck. And now it's good to have an image of a little pig probably in the house.
Yeah.
Is it okay to eat pig?
Yes, it's okay. So normally we put a good word on the red paper, and so if we also put some word like lucky, and we put this way. This is the right way, but we put the other way, upside down way. Upside down in Chinese, another the same pronunciation is come, arrive.
So that's the same word. If you turn it around.
this is arriving, because this is upside down. Yeah.
And I also read somewhere that if you have letters in gold, it means it's very positive in gold letters. Is there a difference what color it is?
Emperor.
Yeah.
It's an emperor's color.
So it's a powerful color.
It's a powerful, noble, and
yeah. But this is kind of your everyday writing.
Yeah, this is a very regular writing for the holiday. They just put different words, and sometimes they put it on the door or put it on the window to show the lucky and fortune.
To move on to the next object.
This is also for Chinese New Year.
Okay.
This lighten. The Chinese New Year, not just one day. It starts from the end of December. A few days end of December, they clean up the the home and do some haircut and prepare the goods and purchase new clothes. And this New Year go until the 15th of January. So 15th day of January is we call it Lantern Festival. So yeah, we play
beautiful.
this, put it on in front of the house or kids, yeah.
And
just play
there's
this.
a light inside there?
Normally there's a candle inside.
Candle?
Yeah, lighting a candle inside.
What does these characters mean?
This is, can you translate this?
Oh, the characters 万事胜意.
Yeah.
Good luck
Something
on
happy,
everything.
probably.
Yeah, good luck
everything.
everything.
Good
Yeah.
luck and everything.
Yeah. 如意吉祥. It's all the same
Yeah.
meaning.
Yeah, so
Fortune
this
and
very
lucky.
positive
Yeah.
wishes and
Yeah.
two
And
little
this is
kids here.
招财,
Very
Yeah.
招财
nice. Very
进
nice.
宝.
恭喜发财 is
Yeah. Wish you make a lot of money.
yeah.
Well, that's important. A new year, right?
Right.
All right. Would you like to just go from there? And
This one, this is for the brush for calligraphy. Calligraphy.
Yeah, I know that Chinese are very famous. with
Right.
that.
This is a brush, and so actually in China, the calligraphy is equal to painting. It's very important for China. So we learn this from very young age. The kids, maybe 3 or 4 years old, some kids start learn writing this with this.
So
Yeah.
actually it's a form of art now.
Yeah,
Right.
form of art. Yeah. And part of education.
And yeah, this is a teapot. The teapot, you know, the tea culture is very important in China.
Yes,
Yeah.
oh, I do. That's where the tea
Right.
came from. Actually, chai, they say in English chai too, special kind of chai, but it's also a word of tea in Russian, chai.
Yeah,
We say tea, chai. We're almost out of time. And I just regret that I have to finalize this very exciting and interesting program. And I see we have a few objects here, but maybe our listeners can contact you directly and take part in your events at some later date. But this was Nara Venditi for Community Forum, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please email us at nara@succeedinamerica.com. And tune in for Community Forum's further very interesting programs. Thank you.